Well, hello again. We've got a couple of things to discuss today. One is about the helicopter that you can see behind me, and the other one is an update to the two-stroke engine issue that we saw a few months ago. First of all, the engine issue, the two-stroke. We have an update and we have some information. Basically what's happened is the engine has suffered an oil starvation on the oil injection system, and it's damaged one of the pistons, as you can see in this photo here, and the owner is currently rebuilding the engine, replacing the pistons, and it should be up and going again soon. I think he said it was something like $2,000, $3,000 Australian to get it back in the air again. So it's been a while, but it's not ready to fly again yet, so it's got a little bit of work to do yet before it is ready. From the owner. Yes, it's being rebuilt. Surprisingly, not a great deal of damage. No one piston will need replacing, no damage to the bore. However, we are replacing both pistons, about $2,000 to get it back in the air. It was the oil pump that failed. And now we have a special guest today. We took an opportunity to check out this helicopter behind us. It's here for a special reason. We're having some catastrophic fires and property loss at the moment, and this helicopter's here for bush firefighting. So let's go and talk to the pilot now. Hi everyone, this morning we've got an interesting topic. This was pretty much, I'm sorry if there's wind noise too, it looks like there's going to be a bit of a breeze this morning. But a topical subject right now is Queensland and New South Wales has been, as per California as well in the States, is all under threat with fires. It's been a bad season so far, and it doesn't look like it's improving anytime soon. I'm with Tom this morning. He's come all the way from Karratha. No, but you live in.
Well, I have been living in Karratha.
Okay. So this helicopter's been flowing in, not by Tom, but from Karratha. Now if you know where Karratha is, here's a map. It's a long way away. It's about as far as you can get from here almost. It's here. Now it's a 350?
Yep.
So it's, say the name?
AS350 V3 Squirrel.
Okay, Squirrel as it's known. And it's here to fight fires in the area. Now there's a firefight, or water bucket I guess you call it. I'm not really 100% up on all of this sort of technology, but Tom will explain. So you've been here for how long?
I've been here since Tuesday,
and you've had a little bit of activity to work fires with?
Yep. So we're just on standby with forestry, so HQ plantations, just so if any fires come close to the plantations for the pine, we're on standby to put them out. So we were down in Jimna the other day.
Which is how far away?
It's about 70 miles south of here.
70 from here, yep.
Yeah, got the bucket out with a few other machines down there, putting some fires out.
Okay, and I guess this whole area is just primed to go woof.
It is. So this plantation here, they tell me, is one of the biggest in the southern hemisphere. So yeah, they've just got us on standby to protect it if it does go up. And obviously, yeah, there's a fair bit happening to the north of us and to the south of us. So.
Yep. And you're working on your own?
I am. Yep.
Okay. And how many years have you been flying helis?
About 10 years.
Righto. And how did you start? That's always been a passion. That's why as soon as I came to the Aero Club this morning, Tom's there, helicopter's there, connect the dots. he's flying this machine. My passion for helicopters. I can tell you, I've missed out on the career opportunity.
Yep, yep.
A, never had enough money. B, never thought I was allowed to play for a living.
Yep.
You know, I do fly a microlight, so I have got the bug of aviation under control when the weather permits and everything else goes together with it. Yep. So, how did you get into it? I
started off mustering cattle in the Northern Territory.
I've heard about that's what you've got to do.
Yeah, so spent a few years doing that, and then I went to Canada for 3 years. And flew squirrels over there, firefighting and that over there for 3 years.
Because it's probably quite a big thing over there with fires,
it is, yeah it is.
In Canada?
Yep.
We don't think of that, we think of cold ice and everything else.
No, we had some good fires there in the summer.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Ever done any work in California?
No, not in California.
It's pretty bad there, eh?
It is, yeah, they always get...
They seem to have two big fire seasons.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, okay. Yep. Alright, anything else you can tell us about the machine?
So it's a B3 squirrel. At the moment we've got a Bambi bucket, like I was saying, 800 litres with a 100-foot line.
And you fill them up from anywhere you can?
Anywhere you can, yep.
Preferably freshwater, or it doesn't matter?
Preferably freshwater, but yeah, you can, anywhere you can really. Yep.
This camera's pretty heavy. No, it should be on a tripod. Okay, well we might just have a quick poke around the machine.
Yeah, for sure.
Is the machine used for anything else other than firefighting? Obviously it must be.
Yeah, I mean the squirrel's a pretty versatile machine, so this machine can be configured for anything from firefighting to executive charter. So,
as it would be any time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
And probably a lot of mines work up that way?
Yeah, so in Karratha we're doing a lot with mining. Yeah, taking guys out doing sampling, looking for gold and all sorts of other stuff. Yep.
So other than slinging a bucket on the bottom, what else can you carry?
Anything, yeah. In Canada we used to sling fuel for dozers on fires, quad bikes, batteries into remote weather stations. Yeah, anything really.
All right.
So,
well, I'm going to give my arm a break right now. We'll just have a look around the helicopter.
No worries.
That's pretty interesting, eh? I hope you enjoyed that. Let's just go and take some close-up looks at the machine. There is a possibility, we're waiting, possibly, if it happens, a phone call might come later today, and Tom will have to go. We might see the helicopter lift and go on a mission. Unfortunately we won't be going along for the ride, but I'm sure Tom might tell us all about it if he ever gets back before we leave. But it's not really the ideal thing to have to be doing. I mean, there's nothing kind of, you know, like, what am I looking for? It's not one of those celebrated missions, is it? If there's a fire, it's a bad thing.
Yeah.
And it's great. It's thanks to people like Tom that basically put their lives in their own hands. You know, it's a risky occupation. You're getting paid to do it though, which is a good thing, but it doesn't take away the risk.
No.
And it gives you flying hours, and who wouldn't want to be in a helicopter anyway?
That's it.
One more thing while I've got you before my arm gives up completely. I'm a drone pilot, and I would not even think twice about flying where there's an emergency issue, because you know this is not a good thing to be hit by or to hit. Do you have, or have you had any experiences, a negative experience in that regard?
I haven't personally. No. I have, heard stories, but yeah, definitely when there's an emergency on, we don't want drones.
And Cass is always plugging, don't fly where there's a fire and emergency. And I know that as a certified pilot myself, the only time we can fly in those areas is when we have permission from the person in command on the fire ground or the emergency situation. So if you're one of those people that want to fly at a fire or over a fire, just don't. Be mindful of the fact that there might be an aircraft coming any second to water bomb, and you're putting people's lives at risk. And I don't want to be the drone police at the moment, but yeah, just be aware of that.
No worries.
Now, you got some little trip information on how we got the helicopter from Karratha all the way to Maryborough.
Yep.
What can you tell us about that?
So yeah, we went from Karratha to Kununurra.
Now, Karratha's in WA.
Karratha's on the west coast of West Australia.
We're on the east coast of Australia, so if you know how big Australia is, it's actually about the same size as North America, except there's no population in the middle here. It's all coastal, pretty much. So WA Karratha to Kununurra.
Kununurra, yep. And then came down through the Northern Territory to Mount Isa, which is just inside Queensland, western side of Queensland. Then yeah, crossed to Hughenden, Emerald, Rockhampton, and then down to Maryborough. So yeah, all up it was just a bit over 2,300 miles flight.
Nautical miles, yeah.
Average cruise speed of probably about 110 knots.
What's that altitude?
I've been sitting up at 9,500 feet.
Okay, and we're using a single turbine engine.
Single turbine engine.
Alright, and you're burning about how many litres an hour?
At 9,500, burning about 160 litres per hour.
So how many fuel stops would that require to get from there to here?
It was about 12 fuel stops.
12 fuel stops, and the amount of time? Total duration of flights added?
About 24 hours.
24 hours, a whole day of flying. Now Tom didn't do the whole trip as we said earlier, but a whole day of flying, as I said, it's nearly a full, do a 100-hour service before it leaves, and it's due for one when it gets here. Well, it will be before it goes back home anyway. Again, Tom, thanks for your time.
No worries.
And if you do fly later on, we'll try and get a shot of you leaving and departing and going and doing your job and getting about your business.
Yeah.
And thank you very much.
No worries.
And let's go and enjoy coffee and a sausage.
Sounds good.
Cheers. See you later. Bye for now.
Maryborough traffic, truck 6340, enters, lines up, rolls runway 12, Maryborough traffic.